So we have brought the interview outside. It is glorious today. And being creatives, we don't like to stay inside.
No, we don't.
So, Anamelia, what have you got to tell me?
Well, this needed to be done. Like, we needed to come outside because it was just a waste otherwise. But, yeah, no, everything's piecing up together recently. I'm meeting amazing people and collaborating with amazing people in and around Manchester.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just mad.
When did you first start? When did you start music?
Well, I started singing when I was very little, so I was about 4. And then kind of, as everyone goes through their teenage years and not really knows what they want to do, I had a bit of a break in between. And then slowly got back into like dancing and acting, which was just like a gateway for me to get back into that whole creative environment again.
Yeah.
And that was, yeah.
Do you think that really helped you gain your confidence as an artist? Like being able to have that as a gateway, it was like where you flourished and become an artist, you know, and not just someone that sings.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think like that had a massive impact on me being an actual performer.
Yeah.
Just having those performance and acting skills, like dance skills as well, and just to be able to move.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, yeah, I'd encourage everyone to kind of
Take up dancing.
Yeah, just like try everything creative wherever
Yeah.
you can, however you can. It'll boost your confidence.
So let's talk new music.
Yeah.
We have got something good coming out. It's out. Not coming out. It's out.
Yeah,
It's
so
here.
Be Alone is out and videos on the way. But I think Be Alone's just been a very important project to me.
Okay.
The song, like, it's quite straightforward in regards to lyrics, but I mean, the ending bit, which is in Polish, kind of just shows another side of me where all this talk about all this attitude that I have within the song, and I'm hard and all this, and like I'm fearless and no emotions kind of thing, and then the switch side is me talking, actually that's sometimes not me, and yeah, the song's about empowerment and women being able to, you know, like there's this whole idea of women being promiscuous and then having bad stuff said about them, and I just wanted to empower people and let them know that that's all right if that's your thing. It's like you do you kind of thing.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what the song's about. Like, it's simple.
Okay. And in terms of women empowerment and being able to say, you know, girls need love too.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that whole thing that, you know, Drake's done in terms of, you know, empowering the women a little bit more, because he's promoting that actually women can feel like this and women can feel like that.
Yeah.
And it's that constant thing where, I mean, guys talk derogatory in music all the time, but if a female is to talk derogatory like that, she's then labelled in a certain way, isn't she?
Yeah.
It's always a bit of a mucky water at the minute, isn't it? Like where, you know, people are sort of finding what they're comfortable with saying, finding what they can say without it being taken out of context, and put in a negative way. So being able to say obviously positively you're empowering women is amazing through music. Can you tell me who empowers you?
Like, I grew up listening to Destiny's Child. Like, Beyonce's definitely, as a female who's so strong, like the strength that she has around her, but she also has that vulnerability, and we see that through like media constantly pouncing on her and Jay-Z and whatnot. Like, yes, stuff has happened with them, but that's actually none of our business kind of thing, but she survives it still, and you know, she's just a very smart person.
I think no matter what you do, as long as you're being true to yourself, then it shouldn't really affect anybody else as much. Someone's always going to have something to say.
Oh,
Someone's
yeah.
always going to have something, because you're not everybody's taste, are you? It's
Yeah.
hard to be like, and you never want to be everybody's taste, do you? Because then it's like there's nothing that's specific about you that kind of sets you aside from sort of everybody else.
Yeah, but I know certain people that I like personally, but don't necessarily vibe with the music, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Where I can completely appreciate the music that someone's creating, but not necessarily vibe with them as a person. But again, like music's just everything to do with music is just your own interpretation.
Yeah, it could be totally interpreted in, a different way.
Yeah.
So I have to say, I am a bit of a fan of one of your latest tracks that you have, put out.
Yeah.
It's just right up my street. The wind's not blowing the way I want.
I
You know what I mean?
It's outside. It's windy now. Love it. Oh, that's so nice.
And the video was cool. It's like, so can you explain the video to me a little bit? So when it comes to the wind's not blowing the way I want, I take the impression that there's this guy that, things aren't amazing with.
Yeah.
And it's like, he needs to understand that you've got stuff to do when it comes to your music, and he's either on board or he's not.
Yeah.
And, the wind ain't blowing the way I want.
Yeah.
Music's my only love. So
Yeah.
you can either become one song, my love, my music, my own.
She knows. Yeah, no, that's kind of spot on lyrically.
I'm glad I got that right.
Yeah. I think so. I'm big on like spirituality and astrology.
My kind of girl. Totally love that stuff.
Yeah, just like
I'm mad for crystals.
thank you. Yes, and chakras, everything. And Aquarius is all about the motion of the water, which is like the air makes the waves move actually. So I'm all about like the water flow and movement.
Making waves.
Yeah, I think the song was definitely inspired by the whole I'm an Aquarian, and I'm like this wind, this storm, again like my other previous song.
It's like you've made that connection. The songs that you've made, they literally all link together for the fact that they're all elements. So you've got wind, storm
and clouds. Yeah.
And which one did you make first? Was it Clouds?
Yeah.
And then how long did it take you to make Clouds? With it being like your first one that you kind of put out there, was it first one you put out there on Spotify and stuff like that?
Yeah.
How did it go?
Oh, well, that's a whole story in itself. But Winds, Cloud and Storm were kind of written around the same time altogether.
Okay.
I knew that I wanted them as a project straight away, like because they were produced by the same people. I was just basically working with the people at the time, but wasn't respected as much as the guys. And in a lot of the situations, I felt like, for one, it's because I'm a female, and I know what I'm talking about, and two, because I was younger than the guys.
Yeah. So let's touch upon this then, because this is kind of a thing that a couple of females have mentioned.
Been through, or
Yeah, and not everyone is as open about it because of obviously being on camera and interviewing. It's not that you want to throw shade on anyone or anything like that, but there is a certain element of this industry that's male dominated, and obviously there's a lot of males, credit where credit's due. They're good at what it is that they do, but there's also a lot of females that do these things as well.
Yeah.
And I think maybe they're not getting as much credit as maybe they should be due at some point.
Recognition, definitely.
Recognition. So, with that experience that you went through, in terms of feeling, as a female and as a younger person, your views and your input weren't as valued for your work. How did that make you feel? Because you've not been signed yet, have you?
I'm not really sure whether I want to get signed. I guess if the right deal were to come my way, then yeah. But at the same time, I'm aware of the legal stuff, Again, another thing that I've like forced myself to learn, and I've learned actually a lot about through the situation, because yeah, we ended up having to like write out contracts towards the end, and I had to buy the other guys out of the project.
Okay.
So we have contracts and stuff, which is another important thing that I would say. Like, I know it's boring, but every artist should like look into and learn. But
About contracts and about making sure that you
yeah,
sign to the right people
yeah,
and
don't just sign any deal.
yeah,
Yeah, because you can literally just
sign your
yeah,
sign your life away.
yeah, sign all your projects away and actually make pennies, if that. But yeah, when it came to feelings, like during that whole process, I was majorly, I had a major songwriter's block afterwards,
Right.
because I was, for about a year and a half, I was fighting my way to get these songs. As soon as I had an idea, the idea was getting turned down. They wouldn't even try it. Um, and the songs that the way there are now is all me working with other artists and other engineers to get them sound the way they are now, because
Yeah.
what they initially sounded like as demos, working with the initial producers, they were completely different.
Oh really? So
Apart from clouds,
but the other ones have been changed
Yeah.
a little bit.
yeah,
Right.
new instruments added, like, and all sorts. So
And they sound good. They sound good now. So whatever you've done, it's worked for you,
yeah.
and it's taking you in the right direction, hopefully. So what would you like to kind of see from your future? Obviously, being a Manchester artist, up and coming, you know, who are your artists that inspired you? I know you've mentioned Destiny Child already, but what who really actually inspired you when it comes to now making your music now?
Oh my god! Right. Okay. So I mean, I've been making music for quite a few years now, like writing my own music, should I say? But like, since I heard of DDB, like, she's just put things to another level, I think. You know,
Rapping.
that whole idea of it being jazz but hip hop, but new attitude, like, that is what I vibe with the most. Um, yes.
Do you get a lot of stick for that? Because we were chatting before about, being, someone who kind of knows what you want and, not afraid to say what you want.
Yeah.
And it can be misinterpreted sometimes by other people, or, they can think maybe they're a little bit intimidated because of you. You're a full bubbly, full package person, aren't you?
I mean no harm to anyone ever.
Yeah.
And every idea that I have, it always comes from a place of love. And if I'm wanting to work with people, I want the best for both of us. I mean, yeah, I understand that I have to look after myself as the first person, but yeah,
Shouldn't that be everybody's priority, to look after themselves?
Exactly. And if this was the other way around, I'd completely understand if another person said that to me. And I think I've had comments before where people say I'm either rude or abrupt or like full of myself, because I just knew what I wanted, and I was transparent about it and honest about it.
I think that's good. I think as an artist, that gives you an authenticity to, just being real and being yourself. And not everybody does have to like you.
Exactly.
As long as you know what you're doing and it's making you happy, and what you do is create music and you're good at it. So why not keep doing that? This interview just gives people that insight to who Anamelia is.
Yeah.
Like, she's not just someone who sings, or that you've seen on the stage,
Yeah.
or that you see doing the bits and, promoting.
Flexing on Instagram.
Or that, But we're all guilty of a bit of a flex on Instagram, so
I love it.
keep it light,
Yeah.
Everyone's out to do what they do, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But it's been really nice chatting to you, being able to get that bit of a backstory. If you could give me any artists around Manchester at the minute, who would you say, like, who brings it to the table for you? Who
I'm vibing
catches
with.
your attention?
So I'd definitely say Wanda. I've met her a few times. Yeah, she's amazing at what she does, and she's here for the community as well. Like, yeah, she does a lot of brilliant work musically and with the community. Um, Superlative, I have to shout out. He's my friend. He's a rapper and a producer, but his lyrical content is just mad. Um, who else? There's so many people, and it's just like when it comes to
So hard. Yeah, it's under pressure, isn't it?
Yeah. Who have I seen recently perform? So yeah, the other night I saw. Obviously, I was in the performing at the event with Blind Mike, July 7, and Black Ice. Again, like all of them have got their own thing going on. Yeah, again, sick lyrically, production-wise, they're all amazing. Females, I need to give a shout out to Iora. Iora's folky pop music, so a little bit different to what I'd usually listen to, but her hooks are just on point.
Are they?
Yeah, like there's also Indigo. She's like soul-y electronic R&B, a little bit similar to me. But yeah, these are kind of my peeps, and obviously I'm working with individual producers as well. Been working with Connor, Type 42 is a sick producer. We've recently made a song together, which like I'm so proud of. It's something that's going to come out later this year as part of my EP, upcoming EP. But yeah, so shout out to him. Again, he's mad, like with sound engineering and whatnot, like production skills, next level.
Shout out to our Huey as well.
Yeah, shout out to Huey on the camera.
Is min he is the guy that does all of our audio side of things for N.A.M.E, and he's amazing. So shout out to you too, Huey. So you obviously are now a Manchester artist.
Yes.
But I have listened to some of the music, and I have now learned that you are actually from Poland.
I am, yeah.
And you speak Polish.
Yes.
In quite a few of your songs. Do you want to tell me a little bit about that? So when did you come over to England?
So I was born there in like northeast Poland, next to the Lithuanian and Belarus border, where there's just pretty much nothing but fields and whatnot. But yeah, a lot of folk music, a lot of that kind of culture. But I came over when I was 11. I just about caught the last half of year 6, and then I survived high school with having pretty much no English for the first 2 years. English, yeah, I couldn't really speak it at the time. But yeah, I kind of just found myself competing in like talent shows and whatnot. Again, encouraged by a few of my friends who randomly heard me sing. And then I decided to go to college to do performing arts. And it all started there. That's where I kind of started to write my own stuff. And Polish just came out of nowhere when it came to writing my songs. Yeah, it just whatever I felt at the time, whether that was in English or Polish, because I think in both languages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
And now we're here. So,
yeah.
you know, it's been amazing. It's been amazing listening to, you know, your backstory, where you've come from, being able to give people an insight on who you are as an artist.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll have loads more to catch up on, because I know I kind of get to see little bits that you're doing via obviously the different circles and stuff that we bounce around in, and the performances that you're able to do.
Yeah.
So big things are coming.
Aye.
And if you want to go and follow Anamelia, her tagline is
Anamelia _Anamelia, and that's ANAMELIA _ANAMELLY. Yes, that's the one. I just had to think and imagine it in my head.
There it all is. If you want to go follow Anamelia and follow and keep up to date with what she's bringing out, the collaborations that she's having, the projects that she's working on, because you don't just do the singing. She does have other things that she promotes in terms of projects. So go and give her a follow. Go and check out what she's doing.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in and joining us on this glorious sunny day.
Yeah.